White House Chief of Staff John Kelly raising eyebrows over new comments on immigration. Here's part of Kelly's interview with NPR.
They're also not people that would easily assimilate into the United States. They're overwhelmingly rural people. In the countries they come from, 4th, 5th, 6th grade educations are kind of the norm. They're coming here for a reason, and I sympathize with the reason. But the laws are the laws.
Joining me here in studio, Republican Congressman Lance of New Jersey. He and about 20 other House Republicans are taking steps to force a debate and subsequent vote on a series of immigration bills, and that would include both DACA and border security. It's called, as I welcome you, sir, this is a discharge petition, something that Paul Ryan has said he doesn't really want to proceed with, but talk about what you're doing and why.
We want a discharge petition so that legislation can come to the floor, and there would be 4 pieces of legislation and in varying degrees of reform, and then whichever receives the most votes would go to the Senate of the United States. And we need 6 or 7 or 8 more Republicans, and then to have all of the Democrats join us, and that would mean that this could come to the floor.
And this is called, isn't it the Queen of the Hill?
Queen of the Hill, yes.
The one that gets the top vote of those 4 petitions would be the one that goes forward. The
top vote of the 4 pieces of legislation, so long as it gets a majority in the House, it would have to have a majority in the House.
How confident are you that you will have a unanimous voice behind you with the Democrats and you can get the necessary votes from the Republicans?
I certainly hope that we have unanimity on the other side. I think it would be playing politics if we didn't have unanimity on the other side, but we need some more Republicans, and we are working to that end.
This couldn't happen before June 25, is my understanding. Why is that?
It can only happen, as I understand it, the 2nd and 4th Mondays of the month, and that is apparently the next time when we will be in session on Monday.
Okay. Are you getting pressure from the White House? I mean, you're part of the party that's in the White House. Are they pushing back on you, saying that you're not in lockstep with the administration?
Not at all, and President Trump wants to have this issue resolved. He gave us a deadline of March, and we did not meet that deadline, and I think this would be in the best interest of the American nation, obviously. I also think it would be in the best interest of the administration as well as of Congress.
But to what end, sir? Because when the president said he's not going to continue with DACA, and he's going to make others that have been here on temporary protection status, the TPS, he's doing away with that, sending back people to either war-torn countries or places where there's danger. Is that because he wants all these people out of here by a certain time, or is it because he wants them to then funnel through a legal process that allows them to remain in this country as citizens potentially down the road?
I hope it is the latter, and I favor a legal process, and Congress should act on this. This is a responsibility of the legislative branch of government, Alex, and we should amend the laws. I think that we should give the right to DACA recipients the ability to have citizenship over time. They came here as infants or as toddlers or as children, and I think we should move forward in this area.
Some of them certainly from Central America here 20 years building their lives, but you mentioned infants and toddlers. There's a lot of concern by people that are coming to our borders that part of the calculus from the Trump administration through DHS and Customs is to separate parents from their children, that they will be told this is likely to happen to you as a deterrence for them to even come. How do you feel about that?
I don't favor citizenship for adults who came here illegally. That doesn't mean there can't be a normalization, but I don't favor citizenship. I favor citizenship for young people who came here and who have made their lives here. I don't favor separating families, but I think we can have a distinction between the two.
Okay, let's get to the Mueller investigation with you here. You have co-sponsored the bill to protect Special Counsel Mueller, as well as future special counsels. I want to play for you what Mike Pence told my colleague Andrea Mitchell about this. Here it is.
It's been about a year since this investigation began. Our administration has provided over 1 million documents. We've fully cooperated in it. And in the interest of the country, I think it's time to wrap it up. And I would very respectfully encourage the special counsel and his team to bring their work to completion.
Do you think the investigation has gone on too long, and are you comfortable with the vice president or anybody else trying to put a time frame on Robert Mueller's investigation?
I don't think there should be a time frame, but I hope that it concludes in an expeditious fashion. But I certainly favor the investigation, and that is why I am a co-sponsor of legislation to protect the special prosecutor. Let me say that I will become the principal Republican sponsor of that. Congressman Dent, who's the principal Republican sponsor, is leaving the Congress, and this week I will ask to become the principal Republican sponsor in the House of that.
Why does Bob Mueller need protection? Are Trump loyalists intimidating him?
The president has said that he's not going to fire Mr. Mueller, and I think that we should make sure that that is not the case. And I think the president is well advised not to become involved in that. And I want to protect not only this person, Mr. Mueller, this special prosecutor, but also those in the future.
Leonard Lance, always good to get your insight, sir. Thank you for joining me from across the river in New Jersey.